Dear friends, this is fourth module of C programming language on decision control structures, loops and case control structures. The control structures are generally used to alter flow of execution of program. Why do we need to change or to alter flow of execution of the program? The reason is decision making. As we know that we are taking several decisions in our life. Suppose if you want to become an engineer, then you need to select different branches. You have different options and you need to select proper option, and then you can pursue your profession. Similarly, you need to take several decisions in programs. The programmer need to know different decision making instructions. As we know that C, C++, Java languages are called as structured programming languages, because these languages allows particular structure. There are three different types of structures given in C language. First structure is sequence control structure, second is selection control structure, and third one is loop control structures. In this session, we will see various instructions used for these control structures. The learning objectives of this modules are as follows: to understand concept of control structure, to know different types of control structures, to know control structure statements used in C language, to know various syntaxes used for C language, and sample programs on decision, case and loop controls. Outline of this module: introduction, control structures, if statement, if else and nested if statement, do while and while loop, loop control structures, for loop and nesting of for loop, the break statement, continue statement and various examples and summary. Performing various calculations and solving mathematical expressions are just small part of any computer program. Many times decision and control statements are needed to specify the order of program in which statements are to be executed. The versatility of the computer lies in its ability to repeat execution of set of instructions for number of times. Hence, looping in the program is needed. The looping in the program is controlled by variables used as a counter. The counter doesn't always have to count consecutive values, but it is usual arrangement which has to be initialized inside or outside the loop. Check every time around loop to see when loop is to be finished. Update the counter, like you can increment the counter or you can decrement the counter. These are three things in the program to control flow of program, like initialization, checking the condition and updatation. The control structure defines the way or flow in which the execution of statement should be taken place. The control structures uses to alter flow of execution of the program. There are number of situations that can be occurred in the program where programmer need to change the order of program execution based on certain condition, or need to repeat a group of instructions until certain specified condition is met. Decision making or branching structure belongs to particular condition in the program. The control structures are of three types. First one is sequence structure. It is a straight line path, whereas selection structure includes one or many branches. Loop structure means repetition of set of activities. Therefore, C and C++ language called as structured programming language, because this language allows these three different control structures. Now, these are the flow diagrams of sequence, selection control and loop or iteration control structures. We can see one by one. In sequential type of programming, the statements or calculations are carried out in fixed order. In this flow diagram, three different actions are performed in sequence according to their places. In this flow diagram, you can see there are three actions, action 1, action 2 and action 3. First action 1 will be executed, after that action 2 will be executed and action 3 will be executed. Whereas in selection control structure, the selection structures are used to perform decision making in the program and then branch the program flow based on outcome of the decision making. This is the flow diagram of selection control structure. After entry point, the decision has to be taken for action 1 and action 2. If condition is true, then action 1 will be taken. If condition is not true, then action 2 will be taken. You can see in this animation, when decision is true, then action 1 is executed and it is shown by green color. When decision is not true, that is false, then action 2 will be taken and it is shown by red color. Selection control structures are implemented using if statement, if else statement and switch case statement. Now, there are different control structures or different control statements used in C language. Switch case statement, if statement, if else, while statement, do while and for loop. Out of these three statements are called as selection control statements. These are if else and switch case statement. Let us see these statements one by one. First, if statement. The if statement is a powerful decision making statement. It is used to control flow of execution of the statement. The if statement allows to take a decision. If statement includes expression and this expression involves relational and logical operators. Depending on the outcome of decision, program execution proceeds in one or another direction. This is the syntax of if statement. In this syntax, you can see there are different statements written in the program, right from statement 1 to statement n. If expression is true, then body of if statement gets executed. In body of if statement, statement 1 to statement n are executed. Statement 1 to statement n are valid C instructions. This is flow diagram of if statement, in which you can see the decision making block and certain body of if statement. If this condition is true, then body of if statement gets executed. If condition is not true, then program will not do anything. You can see when condition is not true, the control goes outside of the program. The conditional expression written under if statement is always enclosed in the parenthesis. The expression which defines the condition is always enclosed in the parenthesis. If the condition is true, then statement gets executed. If condition is not true, then some another set of instructions or statements gets executed. Here this is simple program of if statement which will demonstrate how to use if statement in some program. This is the program of demonstration of if statement. This program takes decision of whether given number entry is less than 50 or not. If entered number is 15, then it will display the message the entered number is 15, otherwise control will come out of the loop. You can see in this program the number is considered as an integer variable. After that we are using printf and scanf statement. The printf statement will highlight message on the screen like enter a number less than 15. Then scanf statement %d comma ampersand number which will take number from the keyboard. This number is compared with number 15 and therefore we are using if statement. If number is less than or equal to 15, if this condition is true, then body of if statement gets executed. In body of if statement we have written a message like you have entered correct number. So if you enter number 15, then message will be displayed like you have entered a correct number. The if else statement, the next decision making statement is if else statement. The if statement by itself will execute a single or group of statements when the condition is true. Otherwise, body of else statements gets executed. There are many situations when two groups of statements are given and you would like to execute one group in one situation and another group in another situation, and it is desired that one of them has to be executed if some condition is true and the other group has to be executed if some condition is false. If else statement is extension of if statement. This is syntax of if else statement. When an if else statement occurs during program execution, the value of expression is non-zero or true, then statement 1 gets executed. If the value of expression is 0 or false, then statement number 2 gets executed. In either case, one of the statement 1 or statement 2 is executed, but not both. This is another syntax of if else statement where different set of instructions are given under body of if statement and body of else statement. If expression is true, then body of if statement gets executed. If expression is not true, then body of else statement gets executed. The flow diagram of if else statement is shown on the screen. In this flow diagram, you can see there are different flow chart symbols like decision symbol, input output processing symbol. In decision block, you can see there is a test expression. In input output block, you can see there is body of if statement and body of else statement. If test condition is true or if test expression gives Boolean result, like if result is true, then body of if statement gets executed. If test condition is false, then body of else statement gets executed. The output of body of if statement and output of body of else statement connected to the terminator. Nested if else's. The nested if else statement is used when program requires more than one test expression. If else and nested if else statements are used to make one-time decision in C programming, that is, to execute some codes and ignore some codes depending upon test expression. Nested if else statement contains different compound statements. Moreover, either or both may contain another if or if else statements. This is syntax of nested if statement. In this syntax you can see there are two Boolean expressions given, Boolean expression number 1 and Boolean expression number 2. If Boolean expression number 1 is true, then body of if statement gets executed. If Boolean expression is not true, the next if statement gets executed. Next if statement consists of Boolean expression number 2. If Boolean expression number 2 is true, then body of if statement gets executed. So, this is simple syntax of nested if. Now, next syntax is nested if else statement. In this you can see if else statements within if else statement. In this syntax you can see there are different test expressions like test expression 1, test expression 2, test expression 3. If test expression 1 is true, then statements to be executed for expression 1. If test expression is not true, then else if test expression 2 will be executed. If test expression 2 is true, then statements written under else if body will get executed. If test expression 2 is not true, then further body of else if statement gets executed. The further body statements like else if test expression 3 is there. If test expression 3 is true, then statements written under else if gets executed, and so on. Now, let us see the flow diagram for nested if else statement. In this you can see there are different conditions, condition 1, condition 2 and condition 3. For condition 1, statement 1 is written when condition 1 is true. When condition 2 is true, then statement 2 is written, and when condition 3 is true, then statement 3 is written. Statement 4 is written for condition 3. When condition 3 is not true, then statement 4 gets executed. You can see when condition 1 is false, then condition 2 gets executed. If condition 2 is true, then statement 2 gets executed and then next statement gets executed. If condition number 2 is false, then condition 3 will be tested. If condition number 3 is true, then statement 3 gets executed and goes for next statements. If condition 3 is not true, then statement 4 gets executed and next further statements gets executed. Now, let us see simple example of nested if else statement. This is grade declaration program. These grades depends on the mark of the student. Now, in this program you can see header file included, that is standard input output.h. Then marks are considered as an integer variable. Printf enter your marks, scanf %d, comma ampersand marks. In this the marks are entered through keyboard and these marks are compared with some number using if statement. If marks are greater than 100, then you have to display some message like no valid marks. Else, if marks are greater than or equal to 80, then you have to declare grade E. If your marks are greater than or equal to 70, then you have to declare grade B. If your marks are greater than or equal to 50, then you have to declare grade C. If your marks are greater than or equal to 35, then you have to give grade D, else your grade is E. So, in this program you can see there are various if else statements are used. The if-else statements are used within if-else statement, and therefore that is called as nested if-else statement. Now let us go for next control statement, that is switch case statement. The control statement allows us to make a decision from number of choices called as switch or switch case default. These three keywords make up control statement. Switch statement is used for multiple branching purpose. In this, multiple conditions are checked. The break statement is used for every case statement in order to exit from the case. Integer expression is following keyword switch. The keyword case followed by integer or character constant. Each case written under switch case statement will be different from each other. Now syntax for switch case statement. You can see this is simple syntax of switch case statement, where three different cases are given, like case 1, case 2 and case 3. We are using different keywords like switch, case and default. In switch keyword we are putting some expression, and that expression value should be an integer. If expression value is 1, then case 1 gets executed. Case 1 we have written case constant 1. In this we are writing some set of statements. If expression value is 2, then case 2 gets executed. If expression value is 3, then case 3 gets executed. If expression value is not from case 1 to case 3, then default instruction or a default case gets executed. This is flow diagram of switch case statement. As we know that switch case statement is used for multiple branching purpose. In this, multiple conditions are checked. The break statement is used after every case statement in order to exit from the case. You can see in this flow diagram there are two different conditions written for case 1 and case 2. If expression written under case 1 is true, the statement for first case gets executed, and after statement 1 we have to write break statement, because when break encounters in the program, the control will come out of the loop. If expression written under case 1 is not true, that is false, then second case will be tested. If expression written under second case is true, then statement second gets executed. After that break statement, and then after break there is next set of statements. If that expression is not true, then default statement gets executed, and then control will come out of the loop. Then next control statement is break statement. The break statement in C programming language has following uses. When break statement is encountered inside a loop, the loop is immediately terminated and program control resumes at the next statement following the loop. It can be used to terminate a case in the switch case statement. The syntax of break statement is given as follows. Just we need the keyword break and semicolon. So this is flow diagram of break statement, in which you can see there is conditional code, there is some condition, and we are using break statement. If result of that conditional code is true, then break statement gets executed. If result of that conditional code is false, then again condition is to be tested. If condition is true, then control will go to the conditional code. If that condition is not true, then program will come out of the loop. So, this is a simple program which will elaborate purpose of break statement. The program asks user to enter any character. If the user enter capital E letter or small e letter, the break statement terminates the loop and control is passed to the statement after the loop that displays the goodbye message. Besides using break statement to terminate a loop, we also use break statement to terminate the processing of case branch in the statement. In this program, you can see we are using integer main function. We are considered character key. We are highlighting some message on the screen like press capital E to exit while 1, then scanf statement gets executed and we are receiving character from the keyboard. If key equal to E or key equal to small e, if this condition is true, then break statement gets executed. If this condition is not true, then control will come out of the loop and message will be displayed like goodbye. The next control statement is continue statement. The continue statement in C programming language works somewhat like break statement. Instead of forcing termination, however, continue forces the next iteration of loop to take place, skipping any code in between. For the for loop, continue statement causes the conditional test and increment portion of the loop to execute. For while and do while loop, continue statement causes the program control passes to the conditional test. The syntax for continue statement is keyword continue and semicolon. This is flow diagram of continue statement in which you can see conditional code, condition and we are using continue statement. When continue statement encounters in the program, the further statement gets executed. This statement has only one limited number of uses. The rules for its use are same as break statement, with the exception that it doesn't apply to switch statement. Executing a continue starts the next iteration of the smallest enclosing do, while, for statement immediately. The use of continue is largely restricted to the top of loops, where a decision has to be made whether or not to execute the test of body of the loop. So, this is a simple program which will elaborate purpose of continue statement. In this program, when number equals to 0, it skips the statement and product will be determined. You can see the variables like I, number, product are integer. We are writing for statement, we are initializing I is 1, product is 1. There is test condition I less than or equal to 4 and plus plus I. So, next statement is printf and scanf. We are printing some number on the screen. So, we are printing number I and I goes from 1 to 4. After that, we are using scanf statement, that is %d and ampersand num, means it will take these 4 numbers from 1 to 4. If entered number is equal to 0, then it will continue further programming or further execution and product will be calculated, like product equal to product into num. If that is not true, or if it is true, then product will be determined and shown on the screen, and return 0 is required because we are using integer number. You can see this is output of the program. where entered numbers are 1, 2, 3 and fourth number is 0, the product is calculated even the fourth number is 0. You know, if you multiply this 4 number, your result should be 4, but where using continuous statement, therefore that number 4 is removed from that. In next output we can see we are entering 4 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and your result is 24. In first case you entered 4 numbers, but 3 numbers are 1, 2, 3 and fourth number is 0, and you know product is 0, but which will display product 6. Now next category of control structures are loop control statements. A loop structure or iteration is used to execute a certain set of actions for predefined number of times or until particular condition is satisfied. There are 3 control statements available in C and C++. To implement loop control structures, we need to use while loop, do while loop and for statement. Loop control structure, this is flow diagram. You can see there is entry point. After entry point, there is condition checking block. If that condition is true, then action 1 will be executed and result will be sent back to the entry point. If that condition is not true or if that condition is false, then action 2 will be taken. Now, if you want to use loop control structure, you need to use do while loop, for loop, while loop in C and C++. The statement may be single statement or block statements used in while loop. The condition may be an expression. The value of expression may be true or non-zero value. The loop iterates while the condition is true. When the condition becomes false, the program control passes to the line immediately following the loop. So, this is syntax of while loop, in which you can see the keyword while. Under while keyword, we have to put certain condition. If that condition is true, then body of while loop gets executed. If condition is not true, then control will go out of the loop. The statement is only executed if the expression is non-zero. After every execution of the statement, the expression is evaluated again and the process repeats if it is non-zero. The execution of while loop depending upon initial value of the expression. Now, this is flow diagram of while loop, in which you can see there is condition, and after condition we are writing certain code. If that condition is true, then code block gets executed. If condition is false, then control will come out of the loop. Now, here we are elaborating use of while loop in terms of simple program. You can see in this program we are using header file standard input output.h. We are using integer main as a function. We are considering a as an integer and which is initialized as a 5. We are comparing the value of a with 15 number. We are executing this statement like printf value of a %d \n comma a, means if a is less than 15, then the printf statement gets executed. You can see after that you will find a plus plus, there is increment of the counter, then return 0. So, if you execute this program, the values of a will be printed from number 5 to 14, because where initialized value of a is 15 and we are comparing a with 15. So, value of A considered as a 5 to 15, and therefore, numbers displayed like 5 to 14. Do while loop. It is occasionally desirable to guarantee at least one execution of the statement following the while loop. So, an alternative form exists known as do while statement. This is syntax of do while loop. In this, some statements are unnecessarily executed without testing condition. You can see the keyword do and while. The program written under do body gets executed without testing condition. While expression. When expression is true, then body of while loop gets executed. If expression is not true, then control will go out of while loop. You should pay close attention to that semicolon. It is not optional. The effect is that the statement part is executed before the controlling expression is evaluated. So, this guarantees at least one trip around the loop. It is undoubtedly essential in certain cases, but experience has shown that use of do statement is often associated with poorly structured code. Not every time, obviously, but as a general rule, you should stop and ask yourself if you have made the right choice. The use of do statement is often associated with poorly constructed code. This is flow diagram of do while loop, in which you can see there is code block and condition. If condition is true, then control will go back to code block. If condition is not true, then control will come out of the loop. This slide will demonstrate use of do while loop in some program. In this program, you can see we are initializing value of A 5, which is integer, then main, then we are using do keyword. So, after do we are writing A equal to %d, A minus minus, then while A greater than 0. So, in this program what we are doing, we are checking value of A after do statement. It means the printf statement gets executed before checking the condition. The result of this program will be A equal to 3, A equal to 2, A equal to 1 for statement. Special statement that construct an iterative loop that is repeated for specific number of time. So, this is loop control structure, in which you need to initialize some value, then you need to test a condition, then you have to update a counter value. You may increment or decrement or manipulate the value of counter. This is syntax of for statement, in which you can see the keyword for is used in bracket. You will find initialization, expression, increment or decrement. This is flow diagram of for statement, in which you can see various flowchart symbols like start, initialize, test, body of loop, increment and stop. In this for statement, the initialization is done before test condition. In test condition, we have to check the condition. If that condition is true, then body of for loop gets executed and there will be incrementing of the counter. If condition is not true, then stop gets executed or control will go out of the loop. This is for loop based program, which will display number 1 to 5. In this program, you can see the value of I considered as an integer. In this program we are using for loop, in which you can see there is initialization I, then condition I less than or equal to 5, and incrementing the counter I plus plus. If this is true, means when this condition is true, then body of for loop gets executed. In body of for loop we are writing printf statement %d\t, that is tab comma I. So this will print number from I to 5. Let us summarize this module. In this module we have seen various control structures used in C language. As we know that there are 3 control structures used in C language. First is sequence control structure, second one is selection control structure, and third one is loop control structure. We have seen various statements, various valid statements for these 3 control structures. In this we can use various statements like if statement, if else statement, nested if else statement, do while and for loop. We have also seen various programs on different valid C statements for control structures. As we know that C, C++, Java are the structured programming languages, because these languages allows various control structures, and these are the 3 different control structures used in structured programming languages.